Hello, it's Brian, and today I'm going to talk about those my arcade, mini arcade and handheld devices that you may see at the stores that are licensed games. I've kind of fell into the rabbit hole of buying these things a little bit. At first I was able to get some for a pretty good price, and then I kind of got interested in various ones because of kind of their posters and promotional materials and videos on YouTube as well. But I'm just going to show off the ones I have. This one isn't mine. I'm going to give it away. This is the Dig Dug one, the handheld. It is still in box. I'm going to give it away as a gift. I got it on clearance at an FYE, so that's why I got that one. I really like Dig Dug quite a bit. It also has Dig Dug 2 and Tower of Druga. I actually like Tower of Druga for some reason, even though I can't really figure out the game. I enjoy my short burst with it. Supposedly there's kind of some esoteric ways to get through the game, and at certain points it came with a hint guide when it was released on the PlayStation as part of Namco Museum Volume 3. But here I'll show off the mini arcades I have. I only have 2 of them. Particularly like this one. I like the look of it a lot. This is the old model, Miss Pac-Man. There's a new one that's actually probably a lot better. It looks like it's actually a lot more like the arcade. This one isn't as good, but I really like the look of the cabinet. It kind of approximates the original pretty good. I just like the design. It's one of the more desirable ones that they have. This is the old version with the 4x3, not like the screen is kind of like that on the original. This one is like a square, and I still like it. The sound is a little funky, but I still enjoy it for what it is. And I guess I don't know the original arcade that much, only through looking into what it's like, not from actual experience. I guess I'm mostly familiar with the NES Pac-Man, if anything, so I really didn't play much Pac-Man in the arcade, but I like having it like that too. And this is a premium edition version of my arcade line, the mini arcades. This one is pretty cool. This is Street Fighter Champion Edition, I think. Yeah, no hyper fighting, but it's actually based on the arcade ROM on the screen on this mini unit. So it's pretty cool, and you got a nice arcade stick. It's not perfect, but I like it for what it is. The ROM is really good. I'm pretty sucky at Street Fighter anyways, so I don't have high expectations with it, but I enjoy sitting through and the presentation of Street Fighter and trying it out every once in a while. And I remember seeing this as a youngin'. I remember seeing this game in the arcades, or at certain places as a youngin', so I have a little nostalgia for this one actually. And it actually has a coin slot, which makes it a little more authentic, or a coin slot button for credits. So it's not like not exactly a newly written program or version of Street Fighter 2. It's kind of the original ROM. Basic sides, but it looks pretty cool, the front, and it does light up too. I don't have batteries in it now, but that's one that I have and I like. It was very expensive, but maybe worth it. It's not the ideal version of the game, but it's a pretty good one. And I don't mind that it's slower, and you could play as the boss characters that aren't playable in the original Street Fighter 2. And next I'll show off, I have another Ms. Pac-Man handheld. Basically identical to the mini cabinet, the game. But this also has Sky Kid and Mappy on it, which are two fun pick up and play games. Sky Kid is kind of a cute 'em up shooter. Not exactly, but its presentation is a little more cute, but it's not super cute. But Mappy is a fun kind of maze chaser game, kind of like Ms. Pac-Man in a way. And next I have the Galaga handheld. I do like this one because it has Galaxian on it, and it also has an actual scrolling shooter on it, Xavius on it as well. So that's pretty cool to have an actual like shooter on it that isn't just stationary like Galaga and Galaxian. And I actually do like the Galaxian ship design better than the Galaga ship for some reason. I just like it. But the game is probably not as good as Galaga for sure. This is a cool one to have. I really like the design of this one. So that's why I sought out this one and paid a little more for it. And next I have Bubble Bobble. This is probably the favorite one that I have. Gotta represent Taito. This has a lot of really good titles on it. Bubble Bobble, Bubble Bobble 2, and Rainbow Islands, kind of an offshoot of the Bubble Bobble series. And Bubble Bobble 2 looks really good. It's crazy. It's like, it just looks really good for an NES game. These are the two NES ROMs, and I don't know about Rainbow Islands too much. But this is a cool single screen kind of puzzle game at times, but just defeat enemies, and the controls have a little nuance to them as well to figure out, and blowing bubbles, cute dinosaurs, Bub and Bob. Cool game, one of my faves. And the last one I have in the series is the Basis Loaded handheld. This is pretty cool. It has a lot of games on it. This represents Jaleco in contrast to Namco and Capcom, who did Street Fighter 2. So we got all officially licensed games here, and that's the way I like it. And but this is all sports games. I kind of like the Basis Loaded games a little bit. I still suck at them. I don't know. They're kind of fun to play though. I can't quite figure it out. Can't figure out a lot of games on here, but I do like. I probably won't figure out Goal at all. It's probably the least appealing, but I do like Hoops, and I do like what I played of Racket Attack. I was surprised with the graphics of it and the kind of presentation. I like both of those. I like Hoops because it's a simplified basketball game, and it's lower stakes. It's just street basketball, 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. And this has four freaking Basis Loaded games on it. I don't know which one to play. I had the second one as a kid. The first one's I like the first one a little better than the second one. And the third and fourth ones have better presentation for sure. And graphics, but usually I stick with the first one. Not one I'll play a lot. I tried to get into it a little bit, but there is potential to be had, and there's nostalgia with this one, as I had Basis Loaded 2 as a kid. So that's my arcade collection. Maybe it's maxed out. I don't know if I'm gonna get any more. Sometimes I tempt myself to get that new Ms. Pac-Man arcade unit, but you know, I'm kind of happy with the design of this one, how it looks superficially. I'm gonna probably stick with it. I don't mind the port that much, even though I like this. I like the really big bass bounce when the fruits come out for collection. I actually like that. It's pretty basic, but I enjoy it. So that's the extent of my Namco, Taito, Chalico, Capcom, licensed My Arcade products that I bought thus far and may buy more. Thank you for watching. Cheers.